Hwaseong Fortress, Suwon City. Haldalman, southern gate of Hwaseong Fortress. Haldal literally means to lead in all directions. Haldalmun was comparatively well preserved and therefore designated as Korean treasure number 402 in 1964. The construction records of Hwaseong Fortress. The records provide minute details of the construction process, including meticulous illustrations of various pieces of equipment. Not only was it registered as a UNESCO Memory of World, it has been used for restoration and repair of the fortress. It made a great contribution for the Hwaseong Fortress to be listed in UNESCO World Heritage in 1997. Hwaseong Fortress is a fortification surrounding the old city center of Suwon. It was built from 1794 to 1796 under the command of King Jeongjo of the Joseon dynasty. I didn't intend to strengthen the defense. I didn't want to prevent any rebellion. There's a grand plan, and it will eventually come true. The Annals of King Jeongjo. The King Jeongjo wanted to help people by strictly banning forced labor and paid for the labors during construction of the fortress. The Southern Watergate. Above the Watergate are artillery holes against enemy. Southeastern corner pavilion. Beacon Tower. This beacon tower was designed to quickly signal emergencies in the eastern and southern areas of Suwon. Eastern Bastion II. A bastion, called Chi in Korean, was a structure projecting outward from a fortress wall, which was designed to attack approaching enemies from the side. An artillery pavilion, called Puru in Korean, is an outwardly projecting structure topped with a pavilion, inside which artillery is installed for use in attacking the enemy. Look up the fortress from the ground. I couldn't have seen this if I didn't come down here. It's quite different view from the wall. It's magnificent and beautiful. I didn't know the entire 8 kilometers long fortress has been completely restored. It's amazing. The King Jeongjo's words make me surprised even more. A man should not try to obtain something by his status. I've never belittled even a lowly horseman before. There is no one in this world sadder than a slave. Therefore, slavery must be abolished. That poor, incomprehensible people come rushing to appeal their resentment. They are truly innocent. Those who made all this happen are responsible. As an absolute feudal monarch of Joseon in the 18th century, his humanistic belief is ahead of time and astonishing. Jingmen, this is the east gate of Hwaseong Fortress. Jingmen was constructed in 1795. It consists of a stone arch, single-story wooden pavilion, and a semicircular brick wall which helps defend the gate. Yeonmu-dae. Gongsimdan, northeastern watchtower. This is a watchtower for monitoring the surroundings and attacking enemies, largely destroyed during Korean War and reconstructed. Yeonmu-dae, Eastern Command Post. It's a commanding center from which a military commander would direct soldiers during military drills and war. At the completion of the construction of Hwaseong Fortress in 1796, a large banquet was held in this courtyard for the more than 2,700 people who participated in the construction. Northeastern Guard Pavilion. Eastern Secret Entrance. A secret entrance, called Amun in Korean, was an emergency passage used to bring supplies and food into the fortress. As getting dark, the lights from city center of Suwon are shining brightly. You see over there is northeastern corner pavilion. Bang Hwigyeong-dong. Can you believe it's a military installation? It's the most beautiful pavilion I've ever seen. Originally, the pavilion was built as a command center, but over time, it came to be used as a place for enjoying the scenery rather than for military purposes. The pavilion was dismantled to be rebuilt in 1934. Northern Secret Entrance. Its emergency passage used to bring supplies and food without being noticed by the enemy. Hwangman, Northern Watergate. It was built atop Suwon Street, the main stream flowing through Hwaseong Fortress. Northeastern Gate Guard Post. Janganman, the north gate of Hwaseong Fortress. Its name, Jangan, means perpetual peace. It was regarded as the main gate because it was facing capital Seoul. You know why I built this city? I just wanted to establish a base enabling landless poor farmer to farm and have a stable life here. In fact, King Jeongjo had a plan to succeed in the agricultural reform here and spread it to 8 provinces nationwide. This semicircular wall on the outside of Janganman Gate was built to strengthen the gate's defenses. King Jeongjo had a dream of transforming the aristocratic society into a peaceful and equal society. Based on the support of people, King Jeongjo pressured the aristocracy and pushed to make change of entire society. The King Jeongjo's royal parade to his father tomb here in Hwaseong was to show off the greatness of this fortress and king's power against the opposition. It's kind of armed protest with political purpose. During the parade, the king conducted a hearing, from which he could listen to the voice of people. But the king got a fierce backlash from the oppositions that it was totally messy. As soon as the king returned to the capital, he discussed the issue from the hearing and then came up with the solutions. It shows how important the king treated the hearing. Of course, the Norrøns desperately restrained King Jeongjo's reform and the conflict reached its climax. Your Majesty, risking our life, we never take your order. But the king also didn't back down either because his power has been strengthened. Decidedly, I'm talking today. I can't stand this any longer. I will hold those who is responsible for the death of my own fathers, Sado, and bring down those who oppose political reform. In June 1800, when the conflict with Norin reached its climax with King Jeongjo's ultimatum, King Jeongjo suddenly passed away in vain. If Jeongjo had not died suddenly and his reforms had lasted a little longer, I'm sure the slavery must have been abolished and commerce developed. It's much regret that Joseon must have entered the 19th century as an East Asia leading nation without being colonized by Japan. Northwestern Watchtower. Hwaseong, the west gate of Hwaseong Fortress. Hwaseong, when viewed together with the adjacent Northwestern Watchtower, is considered one of the most iconic scenes of Hwaseong Fortress. As it's too late night, I couldn't go up the Seoul Western Command Post, of which wooden plaque was calligraphed by King Jeongjo himself.